Come on!
Welcome to the Yeah Come On Show with Southside Steve.
Yeah, come on. And the Yeah Come On Show is brought to you by Exit Wealth, located right here in Alpharetta, as well as an office in Buckhead. And it's run by Ted Jenkins and also Justin Farmer, former WSB guy. Ted Jenkins, former Oxygen Financial guy. For 14 years, he was on the Regular Guys show. And he broke away and sold Oxygen and wants to do it a different way, and they are very involved. When I say involved, I can look and see the changes on the daily, and they try to keep you in that mid-20 to low 20% as far as making money. Mm-hmm. That's pretty incredible. You know, they just want to do the best they can. Sometimes the market won't allow you to do it, but these guys are looking at everything. So if you're interested in exitwealth.com, and you got some money to put aside, especially some of that 401k money that you've finally been given because maybe you've been fired or retiring.
You need to roll it over somewhere.
Damn right you do. A lot of people hold on to it and try to figure it out. I'll be honest with you. I can't pick anything. I can't.
Well, I never did when I had all that stuff going. They would just pick it by whatever your age is and what risk you can take.
Yeah.
You take
That's
more
what
risk
Fidelity does.
Yeah,
They're all these big companies, and you don't want a big company running your money.
Yeah, you just kind of pick whatever, category, and it's just kind of done. But they get more specific and hands-on.
They do. And also Exit Stage Left Advisors. If you're ever a guest on the Yeah Come On Show with myself and Jeff Cole, right here in Alpharetta, when you walk in, you'll see the names on the wall. And this is also where small businesses and big businesses are sold to people that want to buy it. And they usually get you well above asking price. And they did $1 billion worth of business last year.
Wow.
Right here. Mm-hmm. Jeff and I have not done $1 billion worth of business. Matter of fact, if you would like to advertise, we've got great advertisers that come on. I think we're affordable. We get the word out, and we also help you with socials. And we definitely do our part for Exit Wealth and Exit Stage Left Advisors, which Ted Jenkins also does with a guy named Lee Heisman. Now, based on all of that, we knew all these guys back in the day. Ted started Oxygen Financial. He came on a year after he started it, and he was a guest. And what Atlanta called maybe the best morning show ever in the history. I will tell you, there are other successful morning shows. We've covered the Q100 morning show. It started 2 days ago.
Yes, the new Q morning crew. But Bert was the last big morning show, I think, radio morning show. Now, I would say the only other rival to the Regular Guys in terms of the modern, I don't know what morning shows really were in the 80s, other than like the big names like Gary McKee, who just passed away. And,
and God bless Gary McKee, man. He was a big name in Atlanta radio. I didn't know him.
No, me neither.
I didn't know him, but I'm
I think
sorry.
His last stint was on Z93, I believe.
Yeah, I never ran across Gary. I had nothing to do with Z93 ever. I never liked Z93. Nothing against Gary. I was always listening to 96 Rock.
Oh.
Those were the car tags. That's what we had on our cars. That's all anybody, at least at my high school, listened to.
Yeah, I was back and forth with Z93.
Were you?
That's where the Doc of Rock got a lot of his knowledge, was listening to Z93 in the 80s and 90s, when it became classic rock.
That's what this show's all about. We are Atlantans, and we do nothing but an Atlanta 4-hour radio show. We do it in 30 minutes, and we do it live without a net, so we do not make edits. Basically because I think that's cool to be real, the way it is on radio. If you make a mistake, people hear it. Also, you're too lazy to edit.
Well, no, it's because
Mike.
That I'm working. No, Mike is not getting paid enough to edit. So
really, you said no? Do you realize? One second. Do you realize you should never say no, dude?
Yeah, he hasn't learned. That's the one rule in radio. When you're starting to get in the building, you say yes to everything.
Everything.
And I practically got divorced because I said yes to the river so many times.
Oh yeah, and the river's like, "Can you work on Christmas?"
Yeah.
You're like, "Yeah." I mean, you're not happy about it, but you don't say no.
You don't say no. Oh, but I was going to say, the Regular Guys, one of the best. I would say the only other rival that I was into was the Morning X on 99X. They had a big run around the same time, a little bit before the Regular Guys. They were already real established before you guys started.
Yeah, if I could sum it up, and you can too, I've got just 10 years on you, but I was listening to basically 96 Rock. I didn't really start listening to it to probably about the 10th grade. Once I had a car that I could ride in, If I was at home, I was listening to albums or cassette tapes. I just wasn't listening to the radio. But then I got into it, and Christopher Rude became a morning show that I heard, in the early 90s, late 80s. And Steve Mitchell, who I ended up working with for a year in country, he was on the air on the morning show. There was a guy named Mike Austin that did Mr. T perfectly. He called himself Mr. B. And that's kind of where I broke into radio. But then the regular guys came in and blew whatever Atlanta radio had done away.
And gave 99 or gave the Morning X a run for their money because they were the big dogs when you guys started.
Well, here's the thing, and I'll say this, being that we talked a little bit about X yesterday and Q and Cumulus, and we mentioned Brian Phillips, who was the program director at the time, up against Michael Hughes, who gave me my dream shot, who was the program director for 96 Rock. So you got two different program directors. What Michael did so well, he played the music he could play. He's got Z93 to compete against.
Mm-hmm.
So he's playing what he can. We did some really cool rock. He let the weekenders like me, the last 10 minutes of every hour, I could play whatever I wanted. I could take requests. And then I think the station went through we're going a little ants marching here. That dude.
To try to go against 99X.
To kind of go against them because they were doing some of the alternative. And then he's like, all right, Z93's here. We'll go more classic than them. And next thing I know, I'm playing Elton John, Yellow Brick Road with a gun to my head. and then I think we got a little more hairband, and we definitely started going to Southern rock because the Allman Brothers, Greg Allman, was coming into the station a lot. So they were trying to outflank each other. What Morning X had, no offense, and I love Jimmy Barron, I don't think they had the talent that we had or the edge. I hate to say talent.
I would say they had both.
Well, we only had talent. We didn't have music. And that's why we quit playing music, because we were getting crushed. So the regular guys went full on talk.
Mm-hmm.
I think we had edge. We were a modern day man show. We were an Opie and Anthony ripoff.
Yeah, you were definitely edgier, correct. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant, edgier.
Yeah.
But I think Jimmy had the strongest black book. And here's the thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I told our intern that was in here a couple of days ago. And anybody that's a fan of Atlanta radio, hopefully this makes sense. When you're playing the current cool music, you're getting all the artists. You're getting all the names that people care about. It's like, oh my God, Gavin Bush, what? Who's coming in now? Oh my God, it's the dude from the Smashing Pumpkins,
Billy Corgan.
Yeah, I mean these guys.
Gavin Rossdale.
And I'm actually buddies with Gavin. At least we were in the studio. He hung out with us, and that was probably my last big interview at Rock 100.5 with Axel. I've got great pictures with that dude. He's fun. But they had it all, so it was hard not to succeed.
Yeah. Well, when the regular guys was in their heyday, I happened to stumble upon a regular guys T-shirt last weekend. So me and my girlfriend go thrifting. We went to some vintage clothing stores, and there was like a vintage market, lots of throwback shirts, a lot of Braves, like 95 World Series shirt for sale. And I was thinking, I bet you somewhere in here I'm going to find a 96 Rock shirt. Maybe one that I made, because I did all the Clear Channel swag for many years.
All right, so let's take it there. You did the Clear Channel swag. At 99X, I think when I started, I went through J-Core, I went through Clear Channel, and then I think we became iHeart before I got let go.
Yes.
So that was a company that, man, we were just getting bought and sold. So it was like hard to be a cockroach.
Yeah.
You had to be bringing in money, which was my thing. Larry and Eric had the name, and their salaries were bigger than mine. So I look at that period of time. People don't realize it was from 98 to 2004 before the regular guys got themselves fired.
Right.
Then from 2004, half the year and all of 2005, it was Southside and Rhodes. We were the afternoon show that did everything that the morning show should be doing, and we did syndication. They did not want us going there.
They did Bob and Tom. That didn't work. Then
Bob and
Tom and the Braves and boring classic rock.
But the worst music ever.
Not the worst music, just burnt out. Like it was a lot of Fleetwood Mac, a lot of Boston.
Hey, you can go your own way.
Yeah.
Or just break the chain. So when you came into it, I want people to know the orange and black went away. The tags that everybody loved. And I've got the history of it on my wall. I think it went away by 92, 93, 94.
Oh, yeah, but then it became the
95.
oval. The oval, like the ones that Willard sells those went away in the early 90s.
Yeah, those were gone. I can tell you they were gone in 93.
But
That's when I started interning
Okay, but then they still had the 96 Rock black and orange.
until September 11th.
No. See, then they okay. Well, I'll show you the shirt that I found. At
Yeah,
this
let me
thrift
see
shop.
what color it is.
That's
Oh,
right there. So it's the same font.
Yeah.
It's italicized. So when they made the change around 97 or 98, I
Right.
think 98, they changed it to red, the orange to red, and then italicized it.
Yes.
And then they did work the ovals in.
They did
So
do
this
the
is
ovals.
the shirt. This is the shirt that I found for sale. You see the nice hang tag on there.
Mm-hmm.
This shirt was on sale for $35. This is a giveaway, and this is, by the way, not one that I did. This looks like it's right before I started printing all the swag. So this is probably 99 or 2000.
I remember. Was it a sweatshirt or a long sleeve?
No, it's a T-shirt.
Oh, then I've got that.
I'm sure you do. And this is here's the back. It's got the regular guys on it.
Yeah, I got that shirt.
So that's one of the first regular guys 96 Rock T-shirts. So I didn't do this one.
Yeah, that was done by our promotions guy through some people. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of this font or any of it.
Well, this font, by the way, is the Whataburger font.
Is that what
the
it
burger
is?
place? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the Whataburger font.
Yeah, I don't know who came up with it. It was kind of basic, but
It's very basic.
I
Yeah.
wore that shirt. They did have Atlanta's Rock Station written down a long sleeve with the red, white, and blue, and that was a shirt I wore out a lot. I like that one. Sweatshirts, they just weren't getting the right material. And finally they figured it out when you came on board. So Jeff is done.
we did some better stuff.
Yeah, you
later
did
on.
better
Yeah.
stuff. I'm wondering, should we sell the red, white, and blue
Yes.
96 Rock stuff? Willard's got the orange and black original under his tenure. You,
Right. I'm thinking we should do this iteration of license plates, T-shirts,
Okay.
throwbacks, the early 2000s 96 Rock swag.
that's the tag on the front of my truck right now.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
got the one that's on the wall that's just out of view with you, and it's got stars in the background, and we did that
Yeah,
around.
That's after 9/11.
That
with the
was
stars.
9/11.
Yeah, we did all. Then the logo was with the stars and the blue in the
Mm-hmm.
background for a while. So I'm wondering what Larry Wax would think of this shirt going for $35 and him not getting a piece of it.
He'd be upset.
You think if he?
He's already gotten on to me. I did In My Stall, and he goes, I wonder where you got that name from. And
the one we just did recently?
Yeah, the music bed. The music bed. And he goes, I wonder where you got that from. And I just wrote him back in 2 words. I said, The Critic.
Oh, okay.
He didn't write me back.
So
So,
he
Larry
was-
and
he
I
was-
might be at odds again.
He was busting your balls because we used the theme that you guys used from the Critic on the CD back in the day.
I'm like, these guys forget that they ask people, like, nobody probably knows that you're the one that was printing the shirts and probably were in meetings coming up with the red, white, and blue and what we were going to do. You have every right to produce that tag again
Yeah.
because you made it for us.
Yeah, and one of the shirts I designed was the map of Atlanta and how the band's written over 285 and 75.
That went across very cool. People love that. If you don't have that shirt, I've got it.
Yeah, I've got the artwork. We can print those up. Toot sweet.
Dude, that could be cool. Would you put it on the front or the back now?
I'd put it on the.
I think you got to put it on the front and put 96 Rock on the sleeve. Or am I wrong? Or should it just be on the back again?
It should be like it was, but we would throw up a "Yeah, come on" or something somewhere as well. We got to add our stuff on it too.
Yeah. All right. That
So-
could be fun. So I think if you're into this, I would like for people just to get in touch with us on the DMs or just go to yeahcomeon.com. I'm going to, now that I've seen the price of this, I want people to go to yeahcomeon.com. I'm selling hats. I'm selling shirts. I'm selling do what you do when you do it. And the Yeah Come On hats I wear all the time. But I think it's time to consider selling 96 Rock car tags.
Mm-hmm. Of the early 2000s era.
I think it's time to
we're not stepping on Willard's toes.
He can have the orange and black.
Yeah.
And by the way, I could do orange and black if I wanted. Nobody has rights to this crap. Secondly, I think we could do the shirt you're speaking of. And I may go through the closet and make the wife happy. I have got mint condition 2000s 96 Rock, everything. Everything. I'm talking about pullovers, windbreakers, zip ups. I got it all.
Well, I'll tell you what. If we do it, the shirts quality is going to be a lot nicer than what we actually did back in the day.
Those shirts suck.
Yeah, they'll be nicer fitted. softer cotton tees, not the giveaway ones that you wash your car with.
There you go. Well, I think that's brilliant. So pay attention to yeahcomeon.com. It represents this fine program. This is the Yeah Come On Show. And again, this segment was brought to you by Exit Wealth, along with Exit Stage Left Advisors. Do you want to make money or do you have a business to sell? You come to us. Coming up now, a little Steve MZ, and this will be brought to you by Smalls Sliders. Our boys.
Do we know when we're going yet?
No, that's on my phone list today to talk to them. And I know what it's like when you're about to open. I had the same problem with Southside Steve's in McDonough. You know, you think you're opening on this date, you think you're opening on that date. Last second, you got to do this or that. There's a lot of stuff to do. And I bet you they're figuring out the formula now because they've got 4 more to open before September. And I bet now they're like, okay, in the future, we call this guy here, this guy there. So it's that first one, it takes a second.
Yeah.
But they say it's any day. So I will keep you updated on Small Slider in Marietta, and that is located right off Windy Hill just before Cobb Parkway. Steve MZ, man, I can get to it. There's all kinds of stuff to talk about. I'm not even going to kid you. But some of the big stories really live in sports right now today. And, you know, I'm like, you know, what do I pick? What like Steve MZ type story could I grab? And I'm looking through them, and I've been talking with Jeff about what we could do, and now I think I'm kind of changing my mind, and I may go after it's either Donald Trump. You're going to hit that in Politictainment?
Yeah.
All right. It could be frizzy hair fighting products or actually Tame the Mane. This is a big deal. A company that I think we need to endorse because I use hairspray only because I cannot stand frizzy. Frizzy's the worst.
Wait,
you don't know
wait,
this.
This is the Steve MZ
It
hair
is.
product story?
It is, and I got it from TMZ. And the reason I'm bringing it up is I think it's a possible company that we could endorse, because hot, humid weather is right around the corner.
Well, yeah, and we're known for that here.
And my wife hates it too. She had her hair down always, but she can get a little of the frizz, not much. Me, I look like a guy that's been in a 1700s musket fight. If you watch The Last of the Mohegans and you see all those dudes with the frizzy hair, we'll do what we say. We'll stay with the English. That's what we'll do, no matter what.
You
we'll
mean Braveheart?
find you.
You mean Braveheart?
No, not Braveheart.
Okay.
My God, you're going back to the 1300s. I said musket hair. But it's horrible. So there's trends. There's things coming out about blowout. I'm going to cover it and what product you need. And I can give you the product right now if you're ready. It's called Tangle Teaser. And it's a detangling hairbrush and squeeze. And it comes to you from Steve MZ. And I'm doing this because I might send this to this company to get us a possible advertisement, an endorsement. And you know what? TMZ and Steve MZ sometimes about talking about viral, idiots, great people that do great things, viral. And this is something, drunks, Jeff. All right, this brought to you by Jeff Cole. I'm kidding. Jeff's not a drink. Yes, you are. You drink a lot.
No, I don't drink a lot.
Yeah. What's your girlfriend say?
A little bit.
So, we're going to end hot and humid hair. I just wanted to do something off the wall because sports is going to be juicy. Politictainment's going to be juicy because we've got a Trump story and we got golf stories and we have the Masters coming your way. So I close this segment out with another great advertiser, and that would be David Markwell of Markwell Therapy. Go to markwelltherapy.com because I think the next segment we're going to talk about, including the golf, because Tiger has some mental issues. He's got some pain he's dealing with. And then Woodland, who I'm going to bring up, is suffering from PSD due to situation he's been through. And there are people out there who need to talk to somebody, and there's counseling for marriages, and there's mental illness, and we see it every day on our socials. David Markwell, right there. On the screen is Markwell Therapy, located in Marietta, and that beard's no joke. That dude is a deep, deep thinker, and he can do figure eights around you to get you on track. And that is Steve MZ.
Polydictainment.
All right.
Boy.
Yes.
Polydictainment. Talk to me.
Trump is going to address the nation tonight at 9 o'clock for to update us on the war with Iran.
So that's CBS, ABC, NBC, Fox,
I don't
CNN.
know. I don't know who carries it. I mean, I'm sure they'll all carry it tonight.
But I think for something like this, if you're a Fox watcher, you get it there, and if you're
Yeah.
CNN, you get it there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if all the networks will all cover it.
Right.
I mean, they always do the State of the Union, or when there's like it seems like I just heard this morning that he's addressing the nation. But yeah, certainly you'll find it somewhere, 9 o'clock tonight. Marco Rubio says that we're a few weeks out from the war winding down. I think Trump says the same thing. But here's the big news today. He actually Truth Social, or whatever you say on his thing. You know, he likes the big, beautiful posts.
Yeah.
But he said just this morning, Iran's new regime president, much less radicalized and far more intelligent than his predecessors, has just asked the United States for a ceasefire.
Didn't they send a couple missiles over here just like in the last 24 hours? What was that?
Well,
just because we got 5 left, let's launch them?
This is this morning, and this is according to what he posted this morning on Truth Social. We will consider when the Hormuz Strait is open, free and clear.
The
Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah, that's kind of like where all the tankers come through.
Yeah, there's been some issues there. And so he said that's got to be free and clear. Until then, we are blasting Iran into oblivion, or as they say, back to the Stone Age.
Wow.
So we're going to keep bombing, but he says they want to make a deal, big, beautiful deal. So I'm sure he'll include this information on tonight's address to the nation.
I just don't want, we've seen it before in what either is termed a war or conflict. We pull out too early.
Well, we try to, but it doesn't work. And I was going to say, they're saying we're going to wind down the war in a few weeks and everything's done. We decimated their nuclear capabilities, bombed them into oblivion. But let's remember back in 2003, the famous Bush mission accomplished speech on the aircraft carrier. See the band in the background with the mission? We stayed for another 20 years in Iraq.
God bless.
So I don't know if this is going to be, a really in and out. We did our mission and we're done, and they're going to have the regime change that they wanted, or will it just turn into chaos again?
Well, I can tell you with my diesel truck, and we're all experiencing this, but I'll do whatever makes this nation safe. I can endure a little hit. I know it's got to be tough on a lot of people, especially truckers. My heart goes out to you, man. Really does. I mean, I hate it, but I was filling up for 79, 89. Yesterday it was 124.50.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it costs to fill your tank.
125 bucks to fill my diesel. So that's a bitch.
Well, they say when the war is over, gas prices are going to go down. Big, beautiful prices are going to happen when the thing's over.
Hey, these people, and I heard that it's like they've been pushed back 2 decades.
Yeah, at least.
All right, there you have it. Now for a little sports, and this is brought to you by North Atlanta Golf Carts. Come on! North Atlanta Golf Carts has 2 locations, Buford and right there in lovely Dawsonville. Is that Dawsonville?
That is Dawsonville. No. That's the Dawsonville
location. Yeah. The prices are right. These golf carts are souped up. Some are basic. Some are for the cart girls. They do the cart girl golf carts.
They make most of the ones they probably sell are the fancy ones for neighborhoods that allow them where you go to the pool and stuff.
Yeah.
I always thought that was kind of obnoxious, but I see more and more people doing it now.
Well,
when they become more affordable.
Yeah, the obnoxious thing is don't let your 12-year-old get it and drive 100 miles an hour through the subdivision. That's where people get upset. Let dad drive it. There was a couple that came down my street 2 days ago, and I said, "What are y'all doing?" And go, "We're just taking a drive." Now, we don't allow them in my neighborhood.
Oh, you don't?
They're in one of the gated. They have them. But across the street from us, the subdivision has them. So people just drive over to through our neighborhood.
So some neighborhoods allow, some don't.
And I'm fine with that. I'm like, whatever, because it's a husband and a wife driving. They're being cool. Had a great conversation. But golf carts are the end all. My in-laws definitely are in the market. My brother, that's how he runs his Camp Aska. They got to have golf carts, and they've got the nice ones that are 6-seaters, and they got the big wheels. So go ask for Craig Riddle. Craig Riddle at either location. You bring up his name, they'll get him on the horn, and you ask for the "Yeah, come on" deal. That's $500. Only if you say "Yeah, come on." I'm promising you're not going to get it without saying that because I qualified it. That's on used or new. Masters 2026, it's coming. It is the best watch on TV. It's beautiful. The music's beautiful. It's so professional. It is what makes golf golf. It is I think, our best golf tournament in the United States.
Oh, it is, definitely.
By far.
It always has been.
Well, people, they mention others, Pebble Beach or this or that or these other tournaments. And, St. Andrews is the other awesome one. It's the big four.
But it's definitely the biggest one. If you go to anybody on the street that doesn't know anything about golf, they know what the Masters means. They don't know what Pebble Beach is or the Open, something this, that. No, the Masters, everyone knows.
And by the way, that stands for Masters of Golf. Morons. Just in case somebody is trying to go, old school
Masters
1800s.
Of the universe?
Southern Plantation.
Oh. I didn't even go there because that's so far removed.
Good. Well, I'm glad because there are a-holes that bring it up. It takes place April 9th through the 12th. It is Thursday through Sunday. And, man, it's a hard ticket to get. And if you get one, enjoy it. The thing I love, no cell phones.
No cell phones. And don't they sell their famous pimento cheese sandwiches?
Everything
for
there,
the same price it was in 1965.
100%.
Okay.
They are the most affordable foods and drinks while you're out there. You can get yourself an Arnold Palmer and have a pimento sandwich. Practice rounds are the 6th through the 8th. It's obviously in Augusta, Georgia. And I've been twice, and it is an honor. I would love to get my wife out there. I want her to see it. But the first round starts on the 9th. Tiger Woods will not be there.
He's not. So, yeah, I knew that
and it's sad because everybody said that he was planning on it, and then he has one more kerfuckle. Lord's Tiger, what are you doing, dude? Why? And, everything, I've got it memorized because it's so horrible. Everybody's talking, and now they're saying the same thing. The police said when they got there, he went ahead and talked to him. They could tell he was impaired. Mm-hmm. He was wearing sunglasses. He takes the sunglasses off. And how cops know this, I can't tell whether your eyes are dilated or not, but they know. Red, dilated. So they're like, okay, he took the breathalyzer. No alcohol in his system.
So it's not alcohol.
Not at all. His DUI is his impairment is pills, and they found a couple of like hydrocodone type of deals in his pocket, and that's for pain. So because he's dating Trump's son's ex-wife.
Okay, yeah, they're still dating.
He's already talked to Trump. Trump called him, and they talked. And basically, Trump made a statement, said he's going to back off golf for a while. He's a good guy. He's suffering from chronic pain, severe pain. And then Trump even said he's had 20, and people don't realize this. He's had 20 operations on his leg.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's just he has to have some kind of pain control, and
he said he's also had 4 or 10 operations on his back. The guy is in
pain,
an ton of pain.
Well, this is why he needs a driver, and he wouldn't have to worry about it.
And he said he won't do a driver. And people have been saying that, and a lot of people are saying that he doesn't want a driver because of his escapades.
Yeah, he doesn't want to know the sketchy things he's up to in the daytime, which I can understand. However, he could get a driver that signs an NDA, a trustworthy, an ex, retired police officer, retired security guy that signs an NDA. He gets paid well. I think he'd keep his mouth shut. He could still do his sketchy things.
You'd keep your mouth shut. If you were my driver, I would keep my mouth shut. We'll drive you. I will drive and you party with him.
Okay, now we're talking. And he can afford both of us easily.
He can do that.
Should we bring Mike? Do you think, does Mike have a job in this? Producer Mike? You want to work for Tiger?
Do you? All right, but you better find somebody to take your place. He's like, hell yeah. He just said it pays more than what you guys pay, which we pay hardly anything. All right. Tomorrow we will have Skipper. I always get I know a Scooter and a Skipper, these damn nicknames, but Skipper will be on. He is the service manager at Regal Nissan. He will handle your sports tomorrow, and we look forward to that. And I just wanted to get through this pretty quick. But yeah, my heart goes out. I've got somebody to cheer for in golf. You got to have somebody to cheer for. Is there a golfer that you like in closing that you're going to cheer for and follow? Tiger would have been that for me.
Tiger would have been that for everybody. For me, I don't know. I'll just throw out names. Scotty Scheffler.
All right, you can go with Scotty. The wife is calling at the wrong time. Hold on. She's never on the show anymore. Hey, you there? Hold on. All right, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, I hear you fine. You're currently on the closing of the Yeah Come On show. Is there anything you want to say to our listeners? Because I talk about you, and I talked about her nice today. I even said if I could get a Masters ticket, I'd give it to Amanda. Yes. Didn't I say that?
That's what I'm calling about.
What? Is this breaking news? All right, hold on, Amanda. Hold on. Literally, I just said, what did I just say, Jeff?
If we got Masters tickets, you would take her.
No, I wouldn't even take her. I would give it to her so she could go because she's never seen it.
I'm being offered essentially a Masters ticket, so.
But one,
if I can go on Monday.
Monday, a practice round. Who's offer? I mean, is it two?
No, it's from my dad. He has 2 extra passes. My mom's gonna want to go, so he's offering the other one to me and my sisters, but no one else has weighed in yet. It may come down to if Jessica or Megan want it too. We'll have to flip for it.
So you've got a chance. You'll have to flip. You don't have a guarantee.
Well, correct, but I have to confirm that you would.
Hell yes.
Yes, you have to confirm that now because you just said if you had a ticket, now she has one.
You have the red carpet to experience that. I wish I was there with you, but I know I'm not in good favor with my in-laws currently right now. They wouldn't take me. I'm sure I broke the china. And that's a joke. I've never said that on the air. I haven't talked about it. I'm just making a joke with you. But you are on the air, so you've got a 50-50 chance of going to the Masters?
Yeah.
You don't have a sure thing. He's got 2 extra tickets, and it's just.
I think it's likely that I have more than a chance, but
all right.
Again, it would be a 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. commitments, and the kids are on spring break, so you would have to be able to.
All right. Jeff and I can do a Sunday show if need be so that we have a Monday show with the kids, or I can bring them in and put them on the show. I can do that too. We might have a Monday fun day. But either way, look at that. Closing. What a great show we have. It's live. This is why we do it live without a net. Amanda, I wanted you to go to the Masters, and it looks like wishes do come true.
You just manifested it.
I manifested this, Amanda. Don't think you give me the credit. I manifested it.
Okay, thanks.
She just rolled her eyes. I can feel it. I'm very happy for you. We'll talk in a little bit.
Okay.
Bye.
Well, that was interesting breaking news. Mm-hmm. You just said you would give her a ticket if you had one. Well, here she is. She has one. You had to say yes.
I had to. And it's Monday practice round, so what? You're there.
Yeah,
it's not even about seeing golfers, dude. It's about walking around there.
Just going there. Yeah.
Man, what's a good song for Track 13?
Actually, I have one. We're going to do one of our favorite Track 13 bands, Kiss. Because I just watched the interview with Billy Corgan and Gene Simmons. It was from last year. Billy Corgan has this great long-form rock and roll interview show called The Magnificent Others. Mm-hmm. And he did Stephen Pearcy from Rad. He's done Kevin Cronin from REO Speedwagon. And tons of people. And they're long-form, in-depth. He's such a music head like me. And he's a Kiss fan. So one of his first ones was Gene Simmons. And they talked for 2 hours about Kiss. So the whole thing, this is great. So if you're a music nut like me, watch Billy Corgan, the Magnificent Others. Anyway, so we'll do something. We're going to do a real Track 13, a deep cut from a deep album of Kiss, Creatures of the Night. This is right before they took the makeup off and kind of started to sound 80s metal. Had brought in Vinnie Vincent.
Yeah.
When he was wearing the aunt, but when he was still wearing the makeup, the aunt.
Gotcha.
This is the album that has I Love It Loud, which is the song, I love it loud.
Yeah, well, I know that song.
You know that song.
Yeah, I know that.
This is a deeper cut from that album that I've been listening to lately, especially since watching this interview.
And how do people listen to it at the end of our show right now?
You always go to the description. We have the link in the description, which has every Track 13. If we talk about it, you watch the video and listen right there. This is Kiss from 1982's Creatures of the Night. Keep Me Coming on the Yeah Come On show.